Morning. Alex O'Reilly, what's happening? Nathan Pearson. Tomo. Kieran. How we doing, people? Sergey Kuzman, you ready for war? Guys, it's, excuse my language, it's early. It's fucking AJ Fight Week, baby. The last UK show of 2020. Hammond's Danny, hello me old China, what's happening? Neil Chapman from Birkenhead. Joe Wicks, what's happening? Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming on the podcast as well. Cena, come on. Oh, mate. Tom Morgan, nice jumper. Another Reese number. No, mate. So, listen, I want to officially apologise to Reese because, as some of you might know, I wore one of their jumpers on Saturday night at the show. I've had a lot of stick. So, Reese, if that jumper leaves your shelves this week, I understand. Or, Joe Wicks says that he wants to fight Mayweather. Well, listen, Logan Paul's fighting Mayweather. Guys, so this Saturday at Wembley Arena, fans are back. I know it's only of 1,000 of you. Congratulations, those who got them. But this is major for boxing. And the biggest star in boxing returns this Saturday. Sky Sports box office in the UK and DAZN across America. And by the way, Saturday, the day is done. Man United, Man City, Derby Day. And then AJ. I mean, not being funny. Who's going out at the moment? No disrespect to the pubs and restaurants. Get yourself at home. Get the takeaway in. Get the beers in. This is your Saturday sorted. When am I putting on my first show in Australia? April, May. Your forehead still looks like an M. Yes, because we're going to have a little touch-up coming probably January time. Will Fury and AJ face off after the fight? I don't know. I have heard rumours that the big man Tyson Fury will be there. And if so, maybe a little cheeky face-off. But AJ's got to win. All this talk. This is a tough fight. Ebony, how you doing? Wayne, what's happening? What do I think of Dennis McCann? Yeah, he's a good young talent. Dembele. Brizzy. Who's Felix Cash fighting next? Felix Cash is either going to fight Denzel Bentley for the British title or he'll fight for the European title. Where's the jumper from? I don't know. It's AMI. I think it's really old. Bit of a rascal, but it's Monday. Thanks, Louise. Jimmy Mack, any chance of sliding Congo on? Yes, I've actually got a call in about an hour. It'll either be this Saturday or Italy next week if you fancy a little trip to Italy. Jim Skeet. Thoughts on Anthony Yard not sparring? I don't know. I don't really know. Akoli v Sislak. No, Akoli. Sislak chose not to take the fight. Akoli will fight Jazuski, 19-0, Polish guy as well. Could be for the world title, but we're discussing it with the WBO. Please make Billy Joe against Andrade. Funny that. We spoke to Demetrius Andrade last night. I think this fight is going to happen. I really do. Opponent update. Okay. Any Albanian crew out there? Florian Marku will make his Matchroom debut on Saturday. Get ready for the fucking wildness in the bubble. The Albanian warrior is in on Saturday night's card. Logan Paul v Mayweather, you know, getting a lot of questions on that. It's difficult because obviously I did Logan Paul against KSI, but that's a 50-50 fight. Logan Paul against Mayweather, it's not for me. But if you want me to promote it, I think it's an unbelievable fight and I'm there. Weird not replying, how boring. Jay Cuddy, I didn't see it, mate. They're all coming through. Marku is not fighting Charlton. If Marku wins on Saturday, the Charlton fight could be next. Yes, the Albanian flags are in the house. When is John Ryder fighting? John Ryder will fight on the Gennady Golovkin card, December the 18th in Florida. And then he'll fight for the regular world title against Chudinov. Lots of questions. Usyk, AJ, WBO. So after this fight, we will be applying for Fury against Joshua for the Undisputed Championship. If the WBO don't allow us to do it, we'll have to vacate the belt or make Mr. Usyk happy. What's going on with Tevin Farmer? Tevin Farmer, I'm trying to make Tevin Farmer against Martin Ward, IBF final eliminator. What's on the radar for Katie Taylor in 2021? Well, we'd like the Cyborg fight. I think the Serrano fight's a great fight. I think Chantel Cameron is a good fight as well. When is Juma fighting? Juma pulled out of his fight on November 21st, so he will box Chris Billam-Smith on the Dillian White Povetkin card. Haney's next fight. Haney v the winner of Garcia v Campbell. That is it. Alan Babbage will fight on the White Povetkin card. Do you think Warrington is ducking Shakur? Not in a million years. That offer was made to them a number of times. PBK and Joshua Buatsi. So this week, we are going to be trying to announce our first 3 shows of 2021. And the first of those looks like will be Josh Kelly against Avanesyan. Brilliant fight. Tiafimo will smash Haney. Let's see it. Tennyson's a beast. Conor Benn will be back early March. Did you watch Spence v Garcia? No, I watched some highlights of it in the morning. Looked like a good performance. Malzori, thank you. Frankie Hayes, what's happening, mate? Fabio Wardley up there. I think he's going to fight. He'll fight on the White Povetkin card as well. I think he'll fight Lucas Brown. Joyce Chisora, good fight. Andrade vacate at 160. No, only if he moves to 168 to fight Billy. But then I think if he wins that, he gets the option to hold one. I don't know. Why did you turn your back on Anthony Sims Jr.? No, we didn't. He lost. We tried to actually offer him a fight the other day. He wasn't ready, but still happy to get him out. Has BT took a hit losing their 2 biggest fighters? No, listen, it happens in the sport. They can bounce back. Have you spoke with Kel since the Crawford fight? Just a couple of texts. Hearn v Mayweather in the future. I don't know. Could I beat Logan Paul? Probably not. What's happening with Akoli? Akoli is going to fight Jazuski, 19-0, Polish cruiserweight. Might be for the world title, might be for the interim, just working it out now. What's happening with Scott Fitzgerald? Scott Fitzgerald will box in January and then he will fight Anthony Fowler. What round do I think AJ stops Pulev? I think this is a tough fight. I think it's going to be back and forward for the first 6 or 7 rounds, 5 or 6 rounds. And then I think AJ is going to mark him up. I think he's going to bash him up. I think he's going to knock him out. I think it's going to be a great performance from AJ. Yard under you would be a world champion. Purse bids for Metcalf Cheeseman. Yeah, they are. I believe they're this week. Is Brooke v. Khan dead now? I think so. Callum Johnson next fight. I'm not sure. I've not spoke to Joe Gallagher for a while on that one. Peter Milas. Yes, Croatian heavyweight. Do you believe AJ can beat Fury? 1,000,000%. But let's get through Saturday night first. Release AJ Miller, gloves are off. Jaw, good one. Let me make a note of that. Yeah. Maybe we should do that this week. Couple of really good fights on the undercard this week. One that, for me, that I think is probably my favourite is Martin Bakole against Sergio Kuzma. Brilliant heavyweight fight. Why is Frank Warren always talking about you, Eddie? Seemed like he had to prove something. No, I don't know. Don't know, mate. Oh, Darren Barker's online. Barker, the Bridgerweight world champion. Massive potential. 2-weight world champion. Really cement his legacy, moving up from middleweight to Bridgerweight. Any plans to book the Albert Hall? Do you know what? I love the Albert Hall. I think it's a great... How far can Babbage go? Listen, he's banging everyone out at the moment. Everyone keeps saying it's going to be this one's going to be a tough fight. Oh, he could get found out, and he keeps knocking everyone out. Crunchy nut cornflakes or Weetabix. Not really a cereal guy, to be honest. Do you think Logan Paul has any chance? Come on, mate. Shout out to the Albanian fans. Florian Marku, yes, he will box this Saturday. Going to be wild. When you said crowds are back, the first 1,000 tickets are free to NHS workers. No, I didn't say that. I said when crowds are back, we will be giving 100 tickets to NHS workers, and we will be giving tickets to NHS workers for this card fight, this show as well. But we do only have 1,000 tickets as opposed to 20,000 that we normally have, but we will be providing tickets for NHS workers for this Saturday. Will KSI fight again? I believe so. The book is mint, thank you. Relentless book now. Bacon or sausage? I think bacon. I think, like, if you said to me, choose bacon or choose sausage, choose your bread as well, I would go bacon with a crusty French stick. Oh, could I murder that now? Thoughts on the 1,000 fans at AJ fight? Backlash? What backlash? Got 1,000 fans in. Hannah, how we doing? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, 2 things. Number 1, shout out to Jordan and Perry on Kiss Breakfast, because I was on there this morning and they gave a nice shout out to my daughters. And also, shout out to the new Starbucks in Chelmsford. So I went to Starbucks this morning on the way to the school run, and I didn't have my credit card, only cash, and they only take card payment. And the gentleman in there very kindly allowed me to pay for it tomorrow, so I could get my coffee. Thank you. Jed Hunter, 1,000 fans, pointless. Jed, bore off, mate. How negative are you? I mean, we got to get people back in the arenas. How's it pointless? Thoughts on Clarissa Shields doing MMA? Rascal. Please give Callum Johnson a fight, put the beef to Joe. Listen, I've not heard back from him. Made them an offer. And there's actually been a purse bid for the European title, which is now, he's got the European title fight. Keith Fiaz, what's happening? Okay, update on Conway fight. Kieran Conway will fight Macaulay McGowan this weekend. Good little scrap. Bit of a character, old McGowan. What's next for Savannah Marshall? I want to fight Barker, Frankie. Don't be a Jed. Don't be a Jed. Savannah Marshall, I want to make the Clarissa Shields fight. What did you think of Billy Joe Saunders? I thought it was a brilliant performance. I mean, I know he's a bit harsh on himself, but been out for 13 months. Was Anthony Yard robbed, or do you think he's not as good as he thinks? I think Anthony Yard's a very good fighter. I think I've watched the fight, and I think, I don't know, it was a big last round, wasn't it? I thought it was very close. I thought it could have gone either way, but Yard didn't really do anything. I mean, when you looked at the last round, he could have won the fight easy, but he's an excellent fighter. When's Josh Warrington back in the ring? Hopefully, we get the Warrington announcement this week. Shannon Courtney had a good result, didn't she? Who's next? I thought Shannon Courtney was brilliant, and I want to make Shannon against Rachel Ball next. It's only right. Make that for the world title. Got a ticket for Saturday. Will the fans be spread out around the arena? The fans will be in the 2 straight central tiers, if that makes sense, either side. How's the training and diet going? Up and down. Got a bit of a dodgy knee at the moment. So on the Peloton, but no running. Still too heavy. Want to try and lose a year. Lose a year. Lose a stone next year. Feel like I've lost a year, to be fair. Rob Palmer, Kid Galahad will fight for a world title in his next fight, yes. Can you sign, copy my book, Relentless? Yeah, send it to the office, I'll get it signed. For Saturday, where are the £200 tickets located? Okay, so on Saturday, all the tickets are in the sort of middle block, if you like. So that doesn't exist, if that makes sense. So 200 will be sort of to the side of the middle of the block. Is it true AJ and Fury is locked in? Not officially signed, but I believe if AJ wins on Saturday, he will fight Tyson Fury next. Canelo v Smith undercard. Julio Cesar Martinez. Might be Frank Sanchez on that card. Amo Williams, Diego Pacheco, Alexis Espino. Golovkin undercard will be announced shortly. John Ryder's on there as well. You look great as a chubby lad, mate. Us chubby lads should stick together. I think I'll always be a chubby lad, to be fair. Do you know what? I think I've spent a lot of my life working out hard and just to stay fat, really. But, you know, I think AJ will come in 17.5 to 18 stone. Yeah, I think you're right. Is there much difference between the 200 and 500 pound tickets? Well, the 500 pounds are much closer to the front of the tier and more central. Eddie ain't chubby. Yeah, mate, I am chubby. I don't have a problem being chubby. I'm definitely chubby. I'm a monster on the food. Seriously. Thoughts on the constant criticism of your commentators? One, I don't have commentators because I match and promote the show. But if you mean the broadcasters, commentators, I mean, it's a very difficult job. And I think Sky's commentators are excellent. Florian Marku, what's happening? Are you ready? Are you ready for Saturday night to unleash? Is it true Eubank offered $5 million for a Billy Joe Saunders fight? No. Is there any tickets left for AJ? No, mate, all sold out. What beer do you drink? I'm on the Modelo's at the moment. That's in the fridge. Nice one, Florian. I'll see you in the bubble, mate. Big shout out to John Ryder working hard at the moment. Yes, he is. He leaves to fight in America this week. More questions on Logan Paul against Mayweather. It is what it is. Again, as I said, I don't think it's great, but if you want me to promote it, I'm available. Is Wilder in the picture? No. Is AJ in the bubble already? No, he goes in tomorrow. Pulev is in the bubble. International fighters have to come earlier. Dave Allen in the house. What's happening, Rhino? Did you watch Yard? Yes, I did watch Yard. KFC or McDonald's? KFC every single day of the week. Social distancing seating this weekend. Yes, there is. Wilder is in the picture. He's number 3. Shrizo Yanis. No, mate. Sniper the Boss, what's happening? Up the KFC gravy. Never got involved with the KFC gravy. You related to Frank Lampard? No. You're going to have a shave soon. I don't really shave. Do you know what I've noticed? I think when you get a bit older and you're like a bit on the chubby side, if you have a bit of a beard, you look better than you do without a beard. So this is kind of like, this is a little bit long. We'll have a trim before Saturday. But basically, underneath this, it's a bit like, I've got a bit of a hairy chest, I suppose. So if I didn't have that, I think I'd just look like a fat plucked chicken. So I think it's for the best, really. Replacement if Pulev gets COVID. Pulev was tested yesterday and he passed. He's negative. You big dosser. Thank you, Ben. Paul Smith Jr. Chubby beards are for winning. Paul, me and you, mate, we're in the same boat. A little bit chubby with a beard. It's not a problem. Chin hider, us fatties call it. Yeah, like every now and again, I will have a clean shave, right? Normally when I'm on holiday, and I just think to myself, mate, you're so fat and ugly. Joe Parker, what's happening? Bivol v Zerdo, love the fight, love the fight. Will you be at the Smith v Canelo fight? Yes, I will. What has been the most entertaining fight this year? I mean, loads of them. Cheeseman Eggington was great. Harper Jonas was great. White Povetkin was thrilling. I mean, you know, Estrada Quadras was great. Blimey, there's loads from Fight Camp. I think you're going to see some crackers this weekend. I really do. Will Tyson be at the AJ fight? We've discussed this, I believe so. Boatsi, he'll be back in March. Who's Andrade got next? I do believe Demetrius will fight Billy Joe Saunders. Ethan Jones, what's happening, mate? Ben v Kelly 2021. Listen, first things first, Josh Kelly fighting David Avanesyan in January, massive fight. And then Conor will fight, and then hopefully they'll fight each other in the summer. AJ will smash Pulev. I hope you're right, my man. Would you rather vacate and fight Fury or have the Usyk fight? We don't want to vacate at all, but if we have to, we will. But again, get through Saturday. Crazy Ginger Cabby, what's happening? Big Guff, have you apologised to Frank yet? What's the age restriction to attend boxing events? It varies venue to venue. I've not really known of an age restriction, but obviously responsible parenting. Breakthrough boxer of next year. Good question. Good question. Some big talent coming. Got another big signing this week, actually. Big name signing coming this week. How's your old man now? Yeah, he's good. All recovered. Would Katie Taylor ever take an MMA bout? I don't think so. I don't think so. How will Matchroom survive now your lunch is cancelled? Well, I don't know, mate. It's touch and go, to be fair. Lucky we haven't floated yet, because the stock price would have just plummeted today. There you go. Frankie Hayes says he's been going to the show since he was 4. Any Akoli news and Cordina? Yeah, Akoli will fight Jazuski on Saturday, 19-0. Cordina will be out. He had a hand operation, be out in February, mate. I cannot wait for Joe Cordina to be back. Which is bigger, AJ Fury or Spence Crawford? AJ Fury on another level. what improvements has AJ made this year? So many improvements. Honestly, I went to watch him the other day. He's a different fighter. Movement, hand speed even faster, the jab, the variation of punches. I think he's so much fitter for boxing. Ulusanov v Danny Garcia. Love it. Danny Ulusanov, ready for anyone. When is Felix cash out? He'll fight probably for the European title, beginning of the year, or Denzel Bentley. Make Cordina v Zelfa. One day, could be a big fight. We need bubble trouble news. I think I'll do a bubble trouble for you this week. Will you be able to get a beer at the fight on Saturday? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. There'll be a one-way system. Pick up your beer, take it to your seat. Sweet as a nut. Zelfa Barrett will be back out in January. Marku v Kongu, good fight. Predictions for Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell. Great fight. I believe Luke Campbell will win. I actually believe Luke Campbell will stop him. Josh Warrington, we hope to announce this week. I think Pulev will catch AJ. Listen, it's heavyweight boxing, mate. Anything can happen. Do you think you could benefit from a stylist? The problem is, like, I don't make clothes look very flattering, so I think I should just keep the suits, really, because I've mixed it up a little bit lately, and I've taken a bit of stick, so. Are you going to take the COVID vaccine? That is a good question. I think so, yeah. I mean, I've had COVID. I've got the antibodies, but I'm not really like a conspiracy vaccine kind of guy. Who wins KSI Jake Paul? Now, that's a good fight. Can you get a hot dog at the fight? I'm not so sure. Do you think there's room for a Dream Team style boxing drama on Sky? Like it, Kenny? Hi, Kate. Just remembered something. How's the family? All good, Danny, mate? Favourite Rocky movie? 4. In Russia. Will Tyson Fury be there on Saturday? No, yes, I believe so. Your hair's starting to go grey now. Absolutely, mate. Properly creeping in. 41, mate. Happens to us. Happens to the best of us, you know. What hair dye do you use? No hair dye, mate. A little bit of hairspray. Any update on the boxing game? To be honest, taking a bit of a back burner, but we are still talking. Hope to get it done in 2021. Florian Marku, yes, this Saturday. Looking forward to it. Hair care tips. Well, I think when I was young, I just used to have so much gel on my barnet that it's underneath the crafty comb in it. It's the wing backs are coming through. Just ordered your book. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I think Frank Warren shouts out your name in his sleep. Warrington, Burns. Yeah, Warrington this week. Ricky Burns will fight again early next year. Gamal Yafai. Yes, he is. Gamal is fighting for the European title. December 17th in Italy. Thank you, Moody. What is more likely for AJ, Fury or Usyk? Well, look, he's got to get through this week. But if he gets through and Fury wants to fight, 100% Tyson Fury. If the fight can't be made for any reason, he will fight Alexander Usyk next. Kell Brook v Liam Smith. Yes, good fight. Joshua going to win by KO or points. I do believe he'll stop him. Robert Garcia is what to you? Very good trainer. Is Coogan in the bubble? Yes, he is in the bubble. He goes in today. Sanad Lozzi, who are you? I'm not so sure myself, mate. Is there a backup plan if Pulev pulls out? No. A few heavyweights on the card, though. How many calories does AJ consume a day? You know what? I don't know. I would say 3,000 to 4,000. Fight week schedule. Okay, so on Wednesday, we're actually announcing a new signing. On Thursday, we have non-stop all week. So we'll actually release this full schedule shortly. Thursday will be the press conference. Friday, the weigh-in, of course, fight night. Has AJ tested negative? AJ will test tomorrow. He has actually already had COVID, I believe. So I think he's got the antibodies, but we shall see. He's fine. He's been testing like every other day. Is AJ Miller going to happen ever? No, Miller's just been banned for 2 years, I believe. Is your debt giving you sleepless nights? Not currently. J-Ram kept that quiet. What do you mean about AJ having COVID? I think he had it back in March, I think. Sort of unofficially, but I believe he's got it. Had it. Go on then, Keen. Shout out, mate. Nice one, son. Smooth criminal. No, mate. Cocaine, not for me. Never in my life. Stay on it. Switched on. Why Premier League winners this year? Do you know what? I used to be a Spurs fan, actually. I'd like to see Spurs do it. Huey Fury v Chisora. Huey Fury's got a tough fight on Saturday against Marius Wax, in great shape. Any faster hands in boxing than Ryan Garcia? Maybe not, actually. Lawrence Cody, what's happening, mate? Favourite curry? King prawn jalfrezi. Jay Till, Queensland, Australia, what's happening? We'll be there soon. Right, people, I'm going to go do some work. This is it. One big push, the last show, UK show of 2020. Fans are back. AJ's back. Don't miss it. Going to be a massive night on Saturday. And by the way, don't forget Man United, Man City derby just before we go on air for AJ. So Saturday, sorted. We'll see you for a big fight week. Take care of yourself.